Alright guys, it's time. No more waiting around. Most annoying boss fight in the game. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. Well, sacrifice is right, because it's not like I take crazy amounts of damage in this fight, but it just takes so long. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but, you know, I could try explaining it for hours, but I think maybe just showing you the way it is going to make you understand the extent of how badly I suck. Strike a little pose here. Sorceress Sisters, Twin Rova. Here we go. Now, they're each going on their own side. Which one is going to attack first? Kume's moving around. Where's Kotaki? Kotaki is over there. And, oh! Kume's attacking first! Run! Okay, there we go. I think I dodged it. And, yeah, these attacks have crazy AoE. Crap. Better run again. Okay, I'm good. But they've got me running all over the place, and the battle has only just begun. Okay, who's next? Sorry if I'm not commentating much. Okay, Kume's next. No. Don't want to attack Kotaki just yet, at least. There we go! I was sort of going at it completely blind here. I didn't know I was going to lock onto Kotaki, but okay, it's one hit. I'll take it. I think I need to land the 3 before moving on to the second form, which is a lot easier than this. Okay. Kume's attacking again, and oh, Kotaki's flying by! Come on, can I get her? Yeah! 2 hits already! Yeah! After a very slow start, it seems like I'm completely dominating them. Now, sorry if I'm not commentating too much. I want to be sure to hear it when they're gonna attack. Okay, can I do it? Oh, man! I went just all around her, but just failed to nail her by just a bit. Okay. No, Kotaki, don't go away just yet. No! I got her broom. How did that not burn anyway? By the way, about the mushroom thing, one of you answered me a very good answer, and it's that mushrooms and witches have a long and storied history. And oh, can I get it? Can I get her? How did I was moving the shield around, or I don't get it. I don't get what happened. But yeah, witches and mushrooms have. Oh, there we go. Is it over? Is it over already? Nah, I gotta hit them one more time at the very least. But yeah, mushrooms and witches go hand in hand in the 2D Zeldas. But it's true. But I never made the connection between that and Kume and Kotaki, especially since the 3D Zeldas are, miles away from the 2D ones, and I tend to like, oh man, why couldn't you fly a little bit over there, Kume? Otherwise, I could have gotten her. Okay, I think I can get her. No, I'm getting my ass kicked. Get out of there. Okay, there we go. Did I take damage from the fall? Doesn't look like it, but I had to get out of the fire somehow. So, okay, Kume's attacking. Oh, Kotaki's flying by. Yeah! Okay, is that it? Yeah! Second form now, which is a lot easier. They're gonna fuse together and form one super witch. I guess Nintendo is trying to go for the hot type, but just like with the Great Fairies, they failed spectacularly. So, what you're gonna have to do now, they're gonna throw fire and ice at you. You have to absorb 3 of the same type of attack in the mirror shield. If the mirror shield gets the opposite attack while it's storing another one, you're gonna take a lot of damage. She always starts with 3 of the same type, usually 3 fire, and once you got that, you're actually going to be able to hit it with fire coming out of your shield. So now I'm going to put the hover boots. I could make the jump with the regular boots, but I just think it's faster to go over there with the hover boots and do some damage while she's down. So, Now, let's just re-equip those Kokiri boots. Get the sword away, please. Yeah, there we go. So, we got ice now. If she starts attacking with fire, I'm going to have to get out of the way as fast as I can. I do not want to absorb any fire. Okay. Is she gonna throw some ice at me? Yes, yes, yes! Okay, now let's attack her, then head back over there with the hover boots. And is it gonna be enough to kill her? Is it? Come on, attack! Yeah! Well, that was quick! Okay, how much time did it take? Less than 6 minutes? Well, it's not the 37 seconds it took to beat Bongo Bongo, but I am very glad that things went so fast nonetheless. And oh, this scene, it's one of my favorites in the entire game. They get halos on their heads, and then they start arguing about their ages, and yeah, it's just really funny to see them bickering. Sibling rivalry at its finest, folks. But just one thing, they've spent centuries sowing the seeds of chaos the world over. And they get halos? They're gonna meet St. Peter? Really? Yeah, God. St. Peter must be getting really low standards if he's gonna let these two win. But that's enough nitpicking for now. Anyway. Love that scream. I'll come back to haunt you! Except for the fact that they're actually good in Majora's Mask, so no, they won't be back to haunt me. Anyway, you want to head over there, get that heart container. Very important. It's not right in the way, so it's sort of easy to miss. Anyway, let's get out of this temple. It took quite a while, actually, to complete. Probably longer than any other temple, which makes sense, since it's like the last one. Anyway, let's head back to the Chamber of the Sages for the 6th and final time. That is right, we have rescued every sage. So now the final battle can begin once we're done with this little scene here. Actually, not just this scene. We're headed into a cutscene marathon, folks. And I don't think I can finish it in this part, so lucky you. I don't want to leave you hanging in the middle of a cutscene, so looks like we're going to be having a little double program today. And apparently I've become a competent swordsman over the last 7 years, which means that either I became a competent swordsman in a flash, or I was one as a kid, because, you know, Link never got to live his childhood. Remember that? Pretty important. But anyway, after this little, oh my god, this is all my fault scene that all women typically have in video games, okay, so I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me by just sitting in this Chamber of Sages and do nothing while I do the hard work. This is how it goes in video games. It's always the playable characters that have to do everything. Anyway, last medallion of the game. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm really a horrible singer. And by the way, this whole offering Link sex as a child here, if you want proof, look at this sentence right here. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. Go on. I should have kept the promise I made back then. So yeah, there's really no room for interpretation here. There might have been before, but now, And now that all the sages have been rescued, Raru's gonna call to me and tell me to go to the Temple of Time because there's someone there waiting for me before I go to undertake the final showdown against Ganondorf, the King of Evil, Glug Glug, one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. So we're gonna be doing that right now, and if you're wondering, I know that I got all the Skulltulas, I need to cash in on my reward, but I'm going to do so later, at a moment that's more appropriate for what I plan on doing from here on in. So I'm going to head over to the Temple of Time and then begin the final dungeon, and only afterwards I will head back to Kakariko to claim my reward. And I didn't even warp in the temple directly like I would usually do when I play the Prelude of Light. Anyway, the one who is waiting for us, it's Sheik! Well, of course we were going to have another scene with her, considering she always came in and helped us in some way, and then went away without a trace, and without an explanation of why she was helping in the first place. So, yeah, just in case you haven't understood the point just yet, we're going to fight Ganondorf soon. But before that, as I said, cutscene marathon. Get that popcorn ready because we're going to be here a while. Okay, so remember what the Deku Tree and Zelda told us as a kid, the legends about the Triforce? Well, they actually left out a pretty important bit about that legend, and this is this little hole that Sheik is going to fill in for us, considering if we knew about it beforehand. Let's just say, I don't know how to say it, but it would have been inappropriate to do so at any time earlier than now. What we already knew, if an evil heart touches the Triforce, it will become hell, and it will become a paradise if someone good touches it. But there's also a catch. It is a balance that weighs the three forces of power, wisdom, and courage. And if the heart of the one who holds the sacred triangles has all three forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. Wanna bet that Ganondorf did not have them in power? I wouldn't be so surprised. I don't see him caring much for wisdom or courage. So this is what happened. The Triforce separated into three parts, and only one part was left for Ganondorf, namely the Triforce of Power, the part representing the force that one most believes in. And if that person wants to be the god of all creation, he's going to have to hunt down the two remaining Triforce parts and then be involved in the lamest Deus Ex Machina of all time, referring to the end of Wind Waker, of course. But anyway, what happens to the other two parts is that they will go to those chosen by destiny to wield those Triforce parts, and they will have the Triforce mark on the back of their hands. Spoilers there, but look at Link's hands. We haven't seen the back of his hands since he became an adult because of those red gauntlets he always has when it's not outright the silver ones. So yeah, Sheik is repeating what I just said. Ganondorf only had the Triforce of Power, but he wanted the other two, so he started scouring the world in the hopes of finding those two who were chosen by destiny. And she says it in red text at the exact same time I do, even though I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, Link is the holder of the Triforce of Courage, as if you wouldn't guess by all the times where Link's courage was praised. And as for the Triforce of Wisdom... Spoiler flash! Yeah, Sheik is the holder of the Triforce of Wisdom, and in addition, she is also Zelda, which, as I said before, anyone who ever played a Smash Brothers game should already know about that. Yeah, it's sort of odd to see such a massive spoiler become, conventional knowledge in other games that aren't even related to this one. And yeah, she says that it was necessary to hide from Ganondorf. Pro tip, Ganondorf is still alive, and he's living right next door, so you just chose a very, very bad moment to take off your disguise. Not that there's ever a good moment, because he's probably been keeping tabs on me ever since the game began in the first place. So yeah, revealing your true identity to me right now, not the best idea! Anyway, we get a little flashback detailing more of what Zelda did to ensure the ruin of this world. She gave me the Ocarina of Time, hoping that I would be able to open the door of time and enter the sacred realm. But, unfortunately, as she's going to say right about now, something I could never expect happened. Namely, that the Master Sword locked me in the sacred realm for 7 years instead of trying to give me a fighting chance to stop Ganondorf's conquest before it began. So, it seems like everything was meant to fuck me over and help Ganondorf as much as humanly possible. The hand of fate was not with Link. So way to go, guys!